Hey, Heidi here.
And Bobby and Blue.
Hello. Welcome to the third day of the Snowman Showdown. We are going to be painting a porch leaner as well as talking about why reels are important. So I am so excited you're here. Please let me know, number one, if you have had fun. And number two, if you sent out any messages. Did anybody accept the challenge and send out any messages? I'm going to be looking at your comments. Good morning, good morning. I'm so happy you're here. Oh my gosh. So I went for a walk before this with Bobby, and so my hair is not doing its own thing. Oh, you got some volume. Bobby's over here helping me with comments, so you can say hi if you want. I know he's kind of. He's kind of shy.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is. He's kind of shy. So he's not. He is not shy. Okay, so how many of y'all have had fun? And then who has sent messages? We have Rhonda who has sent messages. Good morning, Ruth, BFF. Waiting out the hurricane. Oh my gosh, Bobby said there were some stuff. So please be praying for people in Florida for the hurricane. And then also anybody who is getting spotty Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Remember, we will have a replay. We'll actually send you a link with all of that so you can do that. So what we're going to do is just talk about some of the amazing paintings. I'm actually just going to add white on here while I'm talking about this because I want to make sure we have plenty of time to teach you reels and why that is important. So we have a couple of things I wanted to go over. Oh my gosh, so many amazing paintings. How many of you have been looking in the group to just see all of the awesome paintings? It's been so cool to see the different colors, and I have seriously wanted to change up this design so many times just based on all of your choices, but I'm trying to keep it with the theme, so if anybody's beginner, it's okay. So first off, I just want to say pat yourself on the back for all of that. And then secondly, what has been really cool is when I go through, or Bobby goes through, or the team goes through and looks at your post and your comments, we are seeing so many people help each other. Now, that is one of the cool things about Paint Party Headquarters too, is that same type of feeling of helping each other is the same way inside Paint Party Headquarters. So yes, when you're in there, you have a whole team helping, but you also have all of these people all over the world, which is so cool. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you for showing your kindness to each other and helping each other out, because at the end of the day, it's really all about that, right? That's what it's really all about. Let's see. I want to see a couple of comments. I'm in awe at how great people have been doing. I know, Maria, right? It's been so cool. Let's see. Christina says, I am so stoked for this leaner lesson. Yes, this is one of my favorite things to do. Oh my gosh. And today I'm also going to be sharing a little bit about my bankruptcy, and we're also going to be, of course, giving away gift cards during it. So we'll go ahead and start with the gift card giveaway. Do you want to pick somebody, Bobby?
Sure. Ann Hall.
Oh, that was quick. Ann Hall, you were the winner. Email support@texasartandsoul.com and we will get you a gift card.
It says, good morning, BFF.
Good morning, BFF. Okay, so I am using a chip brush. I am using white acrylic paint. And all I'm doing right now is just getting the white on this snowman because, of course, as you see on the example, we're going to be putting joy on the bottom. And we only, for this event and for Paint Party Headquarters, we actually only have the tracer for this one. Okay, we didn't do it for the other guy. But here's the thing. You can always make this without the hat, put on the earmuffs if you want, and do it very similar. And Betty Jean says, I just joined PPHQ, so excited. Thanks for doing all that work to make our lives easier. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Yeah, and we'll be sending you, what is it? Anybody who's joining, we're going to be sending you this in the mail. So it kind of is like a cheat sheet, a quick cheat sheet with the magic script that we went over yesterday and all the kind of fun stuff so you don't lose it. So that will come in the mail in here in a few weeks. So be looking out for that. So welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know a lot of y'all joined yesterday. So we'll talk about it after the reels too, if anybody has any questions. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m., I'm doing a bonus. I know this is our last, kind of day together officially, but our bonus, thank you, Bobby. You got to have a lot of white paint when you're doing porch cleaner designs. Can you see his hand? I don't know if you can see it.
I'm trying.
It's like his hand's like sneaking in there. Hi, BFF. Hey, Angelica. Getting caught up on all the projects today. Allison, good. Remember, we have all of those prizes too. So all those snowmen back there are prizes, as well as I have one grand prize over $150. I'm finishing up the shopping actually this weekend for that one special person. So very, very excited. And helpful assistant. Yeah, for sure. This is the best group ever, Sue-Ann says. No nasty people allowed. Truth. We don't allow it. Again, like I said yesterday, I am very protective of Paint Party Headquarters and this group. I get, people can be negative, but we just don't allow like a lot of negativity. We're all about coming from a place of problem solving, right? Coming from a place of problem solving. There's something different when you just sit there and complain, Company, what is the saying? Misery loves company. We're not in that space, okay? We can have a bad day. We all do. We all have those days, right? But we want to come from a place of, okay, this is what happened. How can we fix it? How can we problem solve? And that's what I love so much about this is coming from that place versus coming from, oh, woe is me, this is never going to work, blah, blah, blah. Because you just never know. Like, literally, one paint party can change your whole entire attitude on all of it. Oh, Bobby, thank you. So, when you're doing porch cleaners, you definitely want to bring, let me show them. You definitely want to bring the big whites. These are 8 ounces. You definitely want to bring the bigger ones. And did instructions get emailed with this one? Linda asked. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So here's what we're doing right now. I'm going to move this so I can stand. Please under the table. So basically what I did was I just drew it on, okay? We have the tracer for this. So if you're nervous about freehanding it, you can trace it on just like we did everything else. But I just drew it on. And then the instructions are in the same folder where you got all of the other stuff. So the supply list, everything else is still in that same folder, okay? So you can grab all of that. And here's the thing, if you're doing this as a paint party, there's a couple of things I want to give you tips on. You want to charge more, obviously. It's more paint, it's more time. You can still do this in a 2-hour, but you want to make sure you bring chip brushes. And you also got to remember, where I could normally fit 2 to 3 people, I can now only fit 1 person. And what size liner is the one you're painting on? And Bobby, do you mind grabbing that silver measuring thing? I think it's a 4 foot, but we'll just double check.
The measuring thing.
What is
Yardstick.
The yardstick. Anybody else keep a yardstick in their art studio or by their kitchen? I used to have my art studio in my kitchen, so that's why I'm saying kitchen.
That's for a good sword.
Ah! Don't slow me. Okay, so it is 11 by 36, 46 or something, 48. So 48 is 4 foot, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it is. It's a 4 foot. This is a 4 foot sign. We also do 6 foot with the fun stencils like the welcome porch cleaners and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a 4 foot, and I paid about what, $16 for this?
Sure. I don't know.
Remember at Lowe's when we went shopping?
Oh, is this one of the ones we bought?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go right over that.
I thought it looked familiar.
Yes, it's one of the ones we bought.
I think it was like 16.
Oh yeah, everybody has a yardstick. You gotta have a yardstick as an artist. Yeah, about $16. These actually we get from one of our wholesalers, which I love these because they're way lighter. And we share our wholesale information inside of Paint Party Headquarters, but you can order them at like 15 or 20 at a time. So so I just wanted to show you, like, I could put it on this, or I could even put it on a flat one. So it doesn't matter.
Who was it that sold all those porch cleaners this summer?
Oh my gosh, Indu. She's like,
yes.
So we have a porch leaner. The one that's back there, but don't move it, Bobby, because I think it'll fall. But behind the gnome, there's all those birch trees, Snowman. She is almost at 100 porch leaners. So Indu was just like, that worked for her. So instead of doing in-person paint parties, she can literally paint one of those things with her eyes closed. She has painted so many of them, and then she just sells them. So that's another really cool way to make extra money. How cool is that? Okay, the wholesale, I think they're around 12 to 15 if I'm trying to remember right. So these are thicker and heavier. I think they might be around 12 to 15. I can't remember for sure, but I don't know. I just like them because they're really light. And, so, it's just up to you how you want to approach that. But yeah, we share a lot of our wood contacts, all of that kind of stuff inside Paint Party Headquarters. Okay, I'm going to grab this flat brush. And then let's see, Heather, do you have a formula let's see, do you have a formula you typically use to calculate what you charge for a class? If this was 16, what would you might charge for a porch leaner class? Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So I would love everyone to put in the comments what you charge if you already do porch leaner classes. I would charge $55 for this. So that would be my price in my area because I'm going to pay about 16-ish for the board. And then of course it's more paint. I can't have as many spots because of where, how big the porch leaner is. So I would do about 55 so I could still make a good profit. And they look awesome. They look so awesome. Yeah, Susie charges 50. Ann says that's what I charge. So yeah, you could go a little lower and still make a profit. And you just always want to make sure it's a price worth it. And again, guess what? These are prepay. Yeah, Lori's doing one tonight and she's charging 60. And Lori, by the way, is a rock star. She has paint parties all the time. She's killing it. Lori, how many paint parties have you done just in the past couple of months? Do you know? I know you've been going like crazy with sold out paint parties.
A lot of people are asking, what would you charge just for the porch leaner? Like if somebody's painting it,
if I would charge anywhere from 55 to 65.
Just for the porch leaner itself.
Here's the thing. Yes, here's the thing I want to say to that. If you have time and you need money, I'd paint these all day long for 55, 65 a person. If you're a person who is busy, obviously you're going to be able to make more money taking this, doing it as a paint party and having them paint themselves, like they can paint it themselves. But it depends on where you're at. Do you have more time than money? Or do you have less time and you want to do it as an event? So that's up to you. So if you're going to, if you have more time than money, you could easily sell these for 55, 65 and just bulk do them. Have them all laid out, paint them all, paint all the whites first, then add all the scarves, whatever. You could do that. But if you're short on time and you're working full time, it's not going to be worth doing 3 or 4 or 5 porch leaners when you have all of that, you're trying to do other stuff. It'd be worth it to do a party of 10, a party of 20. So it all depends on where you're at with that. Let's see. Kim says, I charge 55 for the sled, so I charge at least 65. Awesome. Yeah, if you can get, for the sleds, these are huge money makers, the sleds. Let me show you one. These are massive, huge money makers right here. And we sell these in different ones. And last year, our members made thousands of dollars. This year, I'm going to say tens of thousands because I personally made thousands of dollars. I know members that have made thousands of dollars. So with everybody doing slides, they're also a huge hit again this year as well. I'm going to paint the hat red, and then I'm just going to add a little burgundy to it. So I'm just painting it this true red right here, and then I'm going to add some burgundy to it. And I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a second. Bobby, if you see any pressing questions. Oh, and the sled information, Kelly, we share that inside of Paint Party Headquarters. That's one of our wholesalers. So we share all of our wholesale information inside of Paint Party Headquarters. And then usually I do a couple of rounds where I'll sell the sleds at retail. From through a kit or something online. We did one about a month ago probably. We sold a bunch. We'll do like a 2-day sale. And that's another thing too for those of y'all that are thinking, okay, I like this. I kind of want to maybe build an online business. I'm going to add a little burgundy. Oh, and by the way, who all on here is watching from Paint Party headquarters? Okay, do a hashtag PPHQ. I would love to see who all in here is already a part of Paint Party headquarters. Oh, I did that kind of wrong a little bit. I'm just gonna...
Angelica Wade said, PPHQ is the best group to be in.
Oh, thank you, Angelica.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Divya Henshaw, she says, how much prep time do you have when doing all the tracing on the projects for paint parties?
And it depends on how many people you have. So I'm very thankful because a lot of times I'll have Pixie and Bobby helping me. But for example, you know, if you have like, it depends. So we had 100 people that I was tracing these for, the vintage Santa. And thankfully I had some friends when I was doing it, and it took us about 3 to 4 hours to trace 100. So that was with carbon paper. I know some of you use sublimation. If you use sublimation, let us know. And I'm just adding in, y'all, with this maroon, kind of just some shading, just nothing major, just little hints. But sometimes people use sublimation and they can do it way faster. Also, sometimes we'll use a projector, and projectors you can go really, really fast too. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Angie. Kim joined. We have Brenda, who's PPHQ. Yep, Pam does sublimate. I think I'm saying that right. And it's a lot faster too. But I just haven't gotten into it yet. I don't know why. We probably should. You'll probably do it once and you'll be like, why have I been doing graphite paper forever?
Jamie Hood, she says that she's joining PPHQ for more tracers. She's already getting tons of text messages and calls, I'm assuming for her classes, and she just needs more ideas. So,
oh, that's awesome.
That's a great reason to join.
Yeah, that's a great reason to join. Again, that's one of the things is just, you know, being a part of this, you're going to have access to all these designs so you don't have to come up with any of them. I'm going to do black all around here so it can start drying so we can get the white on there. I think we're doing pretty good on time too.
Ann Holstrom's asking, what is sublimation? I'm with Ann. What is sublimation?
Oh my gosh, I know I'm going to say it wrong, but it's some kind of magic that
it's magic. That's what I want.
It's magic. So we have a pin that somebody gave us at Paint Party Business Live, and I feel so bad because we haven't used it yet, but it's like an iron-on transfer almost, and people can like actually do their tracers way faster. But I personally have not done it yet, and I feel so bad. I should really do that and do a training on that. Yeah, Susie says sublimation is magic. I know, I really should do that. Oh, Heather, I want you to be painting too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me know, Bobby, if there's a couple more questions, and then if not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the black, the gray, okay, just basic color blocking, black, gray, orange. And then I'll share if you want. If y'all want to hear the bankruptcy story, I'll share it. Just let me know. I know a lot of you are new, so let me know if you're interested in that.
A lot of people saying they are ready to join. They're joining today, which is awesome.
Oh, so excited. Thank you for trusting us.
And it was a while back. I don't have the name on that one, but I saw somebody say they paint both sides of their porch leaners, and then they can sell them for more. So you can do like 2 different seasons on one leaner.
Very smart. I love that. A lot of times too, people will do a paint party where they paint the fall side for the first paint party, and then they bring it back and paint the Christmas side. So then you're just using one piece of wood so you can charge less on the second party.
Let's see.
Let's do one more.
Now they want instruction on sublimation.
I know, I will definitely. Okay, so I think everybody's ready for me to share my bankruptcy story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh, it's been so long ago. So we had
way back yonder.
Way back when, in the olden days when we lost it all. No, seriously, like I know it's crazy to talk about this with a smile, but you'll know why in a minute. So we were living in Florida. Me and Bobby lived in Florida for almost 10 years. That's where we had Pixie. Just thought we were going to live our lives there. We had built this beautiful Tinkerbell room for her, a mural. I mean, if any of y'all have kids, getting a room ready for a kid is a big deal. So we had literally like murals of Tinkerbell, a place for her. We thought she was going to be doing her homework. Like, we were all set up. We had this really, cute closet, and I am not an organized person, but I like legit had that closet organized all the time. And it was just kind of crazy. And so things started happening, the mortgage, at that time, we didn't realize the whole world was kind of going through this too. We just thought it was us, but our mortgage started skyrocketing. I was making $22,000 a year teaching, and Bobby lost his job. And so,
wah, wah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And so,
Sorry.
I can't tell a story when you're doing sound effects. I'm like, well, I don't know where to go for that.
Yeah, we were in a tight spot.
We were in a real tight spot. And so I remember just feeling like hopeless loss. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, we ended up filing bankruptcy. But through that, I was trying to, use art to heal. So let me know in the comments if you have ever used art to heal. I use it all the time. And so I was using art to heal. I was painting actually these surfboards, and we had cut them out at my sister's house, and then I just started taking them to school with me to paint on them during lunch breaks. Well, these surfboards were just little miniature surfboards. We probably have some thrown around here we could find and show you. But these little miniature, oh yeah, they'll be in there. These little miniature surfboards, and I had 850 students a week coming through my classroom. Well, 30, 40 kids at a time, they would see these surfboards and they would immediately go, Miss Easley, can you paint me a surfboard? Oh my gosh, can you paint me a surfboard? Put my name on it. And I go, no, I'm doing this for something else. And about the 150th kid said that, all of a sudden I was like, it's just these little bitty surfboards, right? Just cut out surfboards. And about the 150th kid said, Miss Easley, can you put my name on it? A light bulb finally went off, and I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I could sell these and help get my family out of this situation. And so, I, talked to Bobby, I talked to my mother-in-law, and she obviously knew what we were going through, and she's like, let's go to Pier Park, which if you've been to Panama City Beach, if you have not visited Pier Park, you must. It is such a cool place. So I took these really bad surfboards at the time. They weren't cut very nice. They were still wet with polyurethane, and I had a meeting with the guy at Pier Park, and I was like, can I please sell these at your establishment? And so we worked out a deal. I could rent a 10 by 10 square piece of concrete right there in front of Starbucks for $1,200 a month. And of course, I didn't have that money. So Sheree and Bobby's mom was like, let's do this 50-50. We'll front the cost, and then whatever you make, we'll split. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, right? So excited, feeling hopeful. We're working on the weekends. We're cutting out surfboards like crazy. I mean, this is our new start, our new chance. We set up. I am so excited. I almost throw up. Like, I am so excited, I almost throw up. Then nobody shows up to buy my surfboards, and I am devastated. I'm like, what the heck? Like, how can I fail? This was before I was 30. I'm like, how can I fail so much before I turned 30? At that age, I didn't realize that God gives second chances, third chances, fourth chances, 100 chances. Like, I didn't know that. And let me know if you've ever had a situation where you felt like you were out of chances. Like, in my, late 20s, I didn't realize that we get more than one chance, and so I was just so upset. So what do you do when you have lost everything? You're not even 30. The hope that you think you're about to have now totally fails too. You walk across the street and you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and you get a drink. So my mother-in-law senses my frustration and says, come on. And so Bobby watches the booth. We go across the street. It's like just right across the street if you've ever been to Florida, and we're at the bar and I start drinking, and I'm like, okay, that was plan B. Like, I don't have another plan. Like, there's nothing, that's it. Like, we're done for. I just was so helpless. I thought, what am I going to do? This sucks. I don't know what else to do. And then, and another drink in, I'm like, in tears, like, this is not okay. Like, I don't know how we're going to keep going. And then, Bobby calls and it changes everything. He calls, I pick up the phone. He goes, get over here. We have orders. And I'm like, what? You're lying. He's like, no, get over here now. So my eyes are like this. I look at Cherie and she's like, go, go, go. And so I tipsily walk across the street back to where we were, right there in front of Starbucks. And Bobby has these paper tickets. We had all our orders on paper tickets. And he goes, get to painting, get to painting. And it was in that moment when I was like flat on my face, done for. And I felt like God not only scooped me up in that moment, but he also said, like, you're going to be okay. And not only are you going to be okay, but you're going to be able to do what you love forever. And I painted, and again, I was a little tipsy, I'm not going to lie, but I laughed and painted and just knew it was going to be okay. And we ended up selling over 1,000 surfboards in less than 2 months. This is a girl who used to take a year to finish one painting. That's how slow I was. Now I can paint upside down, over anywhere. Like, I can paint really, really fast because I had to. Because every single surfboard I sold was $20 more towards my family's future, towards a different change. And it gave me so much hope. Sometimes I would paint up to 60 surfboards in a night. I would paint all day long, stay up all the way until 2 or 3 in the morning. I had my friend Allison, who's a part of our team. She would come and help me, one of my best friends. I remember one time it was raining. We actually painted in our car while it was raining, just to get all of these done because we knew it was a chance at our family's future. And so that was the start of realizing that we don't have to settle. And so I just want y'all to know that story because I think a lot of times, like when I talk about bankruptcy, I like legit smile. And I know that's weird, but it has taught us so much. It has taught us about finances. It's taught us about the debt ratio. It's taught us all these things that we would have never learned. Also, it helped project my entire paint party business. I didn't go get a loan for $100,000. I used what I had and made it work. So if you're in a situation where you feel like, there's no way out or you're not deserving of a second chance, a lot of times I felt so unworthy because I messed up, right? Have you ever felt like that? Like literally like just unworthy of success because you've already jacked it up so bad? I felt that for a long time. Like, who am I to have a successful business now? I've already messed this up, right? So I want you to know that God is a God of second chances, third chances, so many different chances. So don't put that on yourself and don't put that shame on yourself. It was the moment I started talking about it was when I felt like I was free from it. And of course, you don't want to tell your stories from a place of woundedness. Like I am fully healed from the bankruptcy, right? Fully healed. I can talk about it. I'm not in the midst of it. So you want to always, when you're talking, if you're on a Facebook Live or you're sharing your story or whatever, I'm going to make these into hearts because I saw my friend Tammy Mudo do that on one of her Snowman and I just loved it. So I'm going to put some hearts. But I want you to remember when you're sharing a story or you're sharing something, always come from a place of healed so that you can help people and not make the burden land on you. So like, even though I shared my story with you, I am fully healed from that. So it's okay because, I've come out on the other side and hopefully this will help you go, okay, if I've had some problems in the past, it doesn't mean that it's over. It's never over. And what I've learned even more is God uses the quirky, the broken, the messed up. Like he uses those people. And sometimes those people can really, really help by sharing their story. So, oh my gosh, Jamie says, my husband's income isn't enough anymore with inflation. We've got 6 kids and need groceries. Christmas is coming and we don't know what we'll do. I'm tired of telling my kids no for things like new shoes. I started cleaning toilets on the side and let's see, what else did she say? And I'm doing And I'm doing this now on the side. I'm grateful for God's opportunities. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, first off, I want to commend you for doing what it takes, because I think that is half the battle. A lot of people won't do what it takes. And I think it's so important to realize, like, be in a spot of, I don't care. Like, if I need more paint parties to have the things I need or want, or in that case, groceries, like, I cannot tell you how many times I have gone to the grocery store and went, Bobby, do you want the pizza rolls or the chips? Like, you can only choose one. We got to put something back, right? Like, that is truth. That is what's happened. And everybody's definition of success is different. So I remember always going to my mother-in-law's. We lived in this trailer with a bunch of snakes, which is a story for another time. The snakes were not welcome. It was not, there was a rat problem, and it was a bad situation. And so I'll share that story for another time. But I remember I would go to my mother-in-law's house, and she would be at work. Her and my stepdad would be at work, and they always had Tostito chips and Tide and Ensure. Get this, y'all. I would go do all my laundry because my house was so cold I couldn't be in it. And so we would heat only the room we slept in. When I would come out of the room, in the kitchen, the Dawn soap would literally be frozen. I mean, we were just, it was just a bad situation. And so I would go to my mother-in-law's, I would do my laundry, and I would sit on her couch while my laundry was being done, and I would eat her Tostito chips and drink their Ensure and use their Tide and go, man, this is the life. Like, this is the life. I remember just being like, I want to be rich like this. Like, when I can go to the store and buy Tide, when I can go to the store and buy Tostito chips, not the off-brand, like, I seriously was like, this is my definition of success. And even today, when I use Tide and, eat Tostito chips, I feel successful. So I want you to let me know in the comments, because I know not everybody has had crazy situations like that. I know that's not everybody's story. Thankfully, I got out of that, so now that's not going to be Pixie's story. I finally broke the chain, right? So let me know, have you had, like, what your definition of success is? Is your definition of success as silly as mine, where it's like, I just want to have this, name brand Tostito chips, right? I just want to be able to have Tide if I want. Is that your definition of success? It's still today, which is so random, but I still, when I go to the grocery store and know I can buy Tostito chips, I still have that smile on my face of like, oh my gosh, I'm thankful. I am so thankful for this. So, Bobby, I don't know if you want to read some of the comments, if you want to see if you can find some of the comments and see if anybody has their definition of success. And I wanted to just share that with y'all because I want you to know that you're not alone. We talked about yesterday, like, we all have a purpose and a reason, no matter where you're at.
So yeah, Kimberly Diane says her definition is just being able to relax and not worry about paying the bills. We've been there for sure.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Ruth Dane says, yes, we lived in an old house and would put on my coat to fix breakfast for the kids. So she's been there.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And that's a place too where it's hard to go, okay, let me try to be creative. Let me try to do this. Let me try to do that. And I think that's why I share openly, because I want y'all to know that, I didn't start this business out of a bunch of extra money, right? I started this business from nothing, and you can too.
Let's see. So Wanda Getner, she says that she's retired and started painting right before she retired last year. So this is her way of supplementing, and her business is growing.
Oh, who's that, Wanda?
Yeah.
Yay, Wanda. Good job. I love hearing when y'all are having success. That makes me so, so happy.
And I wanted to say, I was watching the comments, and just there's a lot of loss and people healing from that through art and using it as therapy. And just prayers go out to you guys. There's some tough stories out there, and we just support you, and hopefully this can help out, I guess. Just being able to paint and be with a group like this and have fun. Let's see.
Yeah, that's very well said. Yeah, loss is hard. And I think having, even if you're not doing this as a business and you're just doing this to heal, I mean, that's why I started painting the surfboards, was just to get my mind off of this feeling of feeling like just I had nowhere else to go, you know?
Let's see, this says, Kelly Roberts says, definition of success is able to pay your bills on time.
Oh man, do you know how me and Bobby have had stuff? We used to like fight over who's calling the electric company, because we'd have to do a deal like, hey, can we pay you half today, and then we'll get half more in 2 weeks, and we'd be like, nope, not it, like it's your turn. We used to always fight over who was gonna do that. Good times.
Susie Lee says she couponed when couponing wasn't cool.
Oh, yay, Susie Lee! I'm telling you, you gotta do what you gotta do. I still coupon today. Like, I do not go to a Michael's unless I got my coupon.
Jackie Smith says all beef franks. That's her definition of success.
What is it?
So they said to get the chicken franks for 49 cents a pound.
Oh, the all beef.
So now they get all beef franks.
I love that. Oh my gosh. That's the thing too. I've learned so much. Like, we're going to get real right now. Like, when you go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, I'm not after a jet. Like, I'm not after what are those real fancy cars called? Bentleys or something. Like, I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't want a $300,000 car and a jet. Like, it's seriously, like, I just want, like, some nice vacations and to be able to pay my bills and eat Tostitos, right? Like, a lot of times it's not really these crazy, crazy dreams that we're trying to go for. And when we realize what we really want and need, and my definition of success is different than yours. And yours is different than Colleen's, and Colleen's is different than Joanne's, and Joanne's is different than Beverly's, right? We all have a different definition of success. So once we realize that, stop comparing ourselves to everybody else, then we just go do what we need to do to make our definition of success happen. And it's so much easier that way.
I like this one. This one's from Angelica Granahan. She says, I love when you tell this story. I will be successful when my dad and my husband stop poking fun at my quotation hobby. Yeah.
Oh, the best way for them I actually just showing checks is when, you do that $1,000 night and you're like, yeah, this is what I brought in. That's when, and Bobby never made fun of it, which I'm very grateful for. And although he did call me the party clown, and I laugh at it because I'm like, well, this party clown just made $500 for like teaching, 2 hours. And so I'll be the party clown any day of the week. And so he kind of like, we would just kind of laugh. And it was almost like a joke for both of us.
I was clowning with you.
You were there with me. So I think one of the biggest things with paint party business is really, a lot of families are not going to support it until all of a sudden you show them. And I know a lot of you on here in Paint Party Headquarters probably have that story. Like, once you all of a sudden show, like, well, this little business brought in $1,000 tonight and it's paying for all their Christmas, it kind of changes their perspective on it.
Definitely. So yeah, lots of stories of success. So many. Let's see. Norma Jean Blankenship. I wonder if she's kin to the Blankenships that's doing the Oak Island mysteries.
Ooh, let us know if you are. Bobby's a huge fan.
Success for me is having a sound mind, having depression issues since COVID, and it's been so hard to get energized. So painting's just, I guess, helping her get energized again.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So, the whole world changed in a few years. Things are different forever. But I think having the courage, even when you're, having those hard days, like when you're doing stuff like this and you're doing it as a business, and yes, this is an adorable snowman, but he's also got to be painted, right? He's got to be painted for the paint party or whatever. I think sometimes, like, it's almost like having the courage to still go through the motions when you don't feel like it at all. And it's so hard. So I just want to say I know it can be so hard. I remember, during the bankruptcy thing, just feeling like so helpless and so lost. And then just knowing, okay, it's just, I got to go through these motions. And then over time, it took a long time, but over time, I kind of forgave myself. I don't know, it just took a long time to forgive myself for the failure. Like, it was just so much shame and so much failure. So I know it's hard. Everybody has their own path and their own way of coping with all of this.
Well, Shauna Reynolds says her version of success may be a new cowboy.
Yeah. I know. I got a couple messages the other day, like, I gotta get me one of those new cowboys too. It was so funny. Y'all are cracking me up. I didn't mean to do that, Bobby, by the way.
I know. That's funny stuff.
But it was so funny. Here in just a minute, we're about to switch gears. I'll have Bobby answer any or ask some questions, or if we want to add to that. But we're about to switch gears to how to do reels and why that is important. So before we do that, I'm going to just kind of talk through a little bit of what I'm doing right now. I am just taking black paint pretty much and just outlining, adding in white details, all of that. So as you can see, this painting is super easy. If you've never painted before, I saw somebody post in the thing like, oh my gosh, this was my first time painting and Heidi made me look like an artist. You made yourself look like an artist. Take credit. You did it. So that's the thing I want you to remember is when you're teaching paint parties, you're never going to really be teaching anything that's more than basic. It's always going to be the almost paint by number type look. So never think, oh my gosh, it's going to get way more complicated. It really isn't. It's just simple paintings over and over again and just fun, simple designs. So you can see this whole time I've been able to talk while I paint, and you'll get better at that. You'll be teaching and talking and painting upside down and all of that. And it's really like, especially for those of y'all that have really struggled through COVID and really need a friend. I mean, half the fun for me of going to the paint parties is I feel like I'm getting paid to hang out with people, so it's kind of cool too.
Very cool. So Vicky Ezel, she says that her and her kids used to celebrate when she'd bring home a 2-liter of Coke.
Ooh, nice. Root beer's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's so funny. Not even too long ago, I remember it was about 5 o'clock. Me and Bobby and Pixie were eating dinner, and Pixie asked about getting a soda, and she never is allowed a soda after 4 o'clock or when we go to dinner. And I said, yeah, sure, you can get one. And she goes, oh my gosh, I can get one. And I was like, yeah, really the reason I always said no to that was because we didn't have the money, and sodas at a restaurant are like $3. And she's like, are you kidding? I remember Bobby was the same way. Here, oh, it's Blue. Y'all, Blue is hanging out. Y'all look.
He's hanging.
Can y'all see him?
For some reason.
Is he staring at me?
He's staring at me.
He's like, she's mine. Look at Blue hanging out. Blue, are you hanging out with us?
Sorry to interrupt your story.
I love it. Oh, he's so cute. He's our old man. Y'all, he's like 16 years old, and the vet said he's going to live at least, 5 or 6 more years?
Yeah, I mean, the estimate.
Isn't that awesome?
It'd be awesome.
I love Blue, except for him pooping on my studio. So that was fun. I thought that was funny because Pixie was like, what? You mean to tell me? And I was like, hey, Cokes are expensive. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it is nice when you have that extra. And I think, I feel like I'm a little, like, obviously I want to share God's love through art. And then I also feel almost this responsibility to be kind of like the Dave Ramsey of paint parties, to kind of show you that you can do this and get yourself out of debt. Buy the things you want to buy. It doesn't have to be this, I can't afford anymore. And so I just really want to spread that message of, instead of going from a place of I can't afford, go from a place of, well, what if I did book a paint party and now I was able to pay cash for Christmas and not charge it? Things like that. So I want y'all to be thinking differently. And that's one of the things I really try to help you with inside Paint Party Headquarters is thinking differently about what can really happen. I think I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Hopefully not.
right, bless you. All right, Susie
think?
Lee. I think we should send Susie Lee a gift card.
Okay, Susie Lee, you want to email support@TexasArtandSoul? We'll give you a gift card.
Yeah, and Susie says, I'm doing a wreath party of 40 this Monday night.
Yeah!
How can I use this opportunity to make more parties happen?
Oh my gosh, so many ideas, but I'll tell you a couple. Make sure you have a couple of really cute door prizes. And you can go to Walmart right now and buy these ornaments. I just bought a bunch for my paint parties. You can go to Walmart. They have really cute ornaments and just get like a dollar store craft bag. These cost $2. Get like a dollar store craft bag, put some cute tissue paper, maybe wrap a little bow around it. And then ask for people's email addresses for door prize chances. And then you have all of those people. You can also do a survey. So we have inside of Paint Party headquarters, we have a survey already created, so you don't have to do the work, and you just print it, and then that's something you can take to your paint parties, and it says, were the instructions clear? Did you have fun? Blah, blah, blah. And then it says, would you like to know more about, do you have somebody you could refer? And a lot of times from me passing out those surveys, I'll have all of these different businesses and places that want to do a party with me from that. So it's so cool. So make sure you get emails for sure. Okay, I'm going to freehand this, but y'all have a tracer, so don't freak out if you're nervous.
Tammy Mudo said she already booked a party with the Snowman from yesterday and has 10 signed up.
Tammy, you're a rock star. Oh my gosh, Tammy. Congratulations. So she is in Paint Party headquarters. I love her so much. She's been to Paint Party Business Live, which we have once a year, and already booked a party and 10 signups. Congratulations. Y'all, let's congratulate Tammy. That is amazing.
Yeah. Pamela says she has 3 paint parties already booked.
Yay!
And one of the hostess wants her to put a drop cloth down. That's pretty normal.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I use instead of a drop cloth? I just use another
tablecloth.
Another tablecloth. Cheap.
Yep. Very cool. All right. So you were going to talk about reels?
Yes, we are talking about reels. Okay, so Joy, I can add another layer of that. I'm going to let it dry. It's pretty much done for the most part, but yes, let's talk about reels. Oh, you know what? I need my phone. Can I use your phone? Do you have Texas Art and Soul?
Yeah.
Can I use your phone?
It's running right now.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how I did it last time. I think I did it on my computer, but I need a phone to do it because I'm going to teach you reels. Okay, so I want to say first off, for all of you, oh, can I not have it?
Yes, I'm just
I'm
switching it to your profile.
Oh, I need it on Texas Art and Soul. Do you have me on Texas there?
I'll be on that.
There we go. Okay, paint this. Okay, so we're in the Snowman Showdown. Okay, so right now I highly recommend, let me see if we can get this kind of a little bit more towards me. I might need your help, honey, so I can really teach you. I highly recommend grabbing a piece of paper, and I want to teach you why and how to do reels, why this is important for your business. Now, here's the thing. Reels, a lot of you are already making money on reels. Let me know. And when I'm saying reels, you can write this down. It's R-E-E-L-S, okay? R-E-E-L-S. Now, quick question. Get your notes, get your pen and paper. You're going to want to be interested in this because I'm actually giving you homework. And you're going to do it inside the Snowman Showdown, so don't worry. It's not a big deal, okay? So first off, why and how reels are important. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with me. When you started your Facebook business page, and if you haven't done it yet, it's okay, but when you started your Facebook business page, how many people did you have on it? Okay, I'm going to wait a second for some answers. Let me know. How many people did you have on your Facebook business page when you started? All right, we're going to see, okay? Oh, Jamie says, I've been using Reels for over a year and been getting paid. Yes, I love that. So cool. Susie, 0. Roberta, 1. Bonnie, 0. Jamie, 0. Sherry, 0. Y'all are passing the test. Okay, so here's the deal. We all start at 0. Okay? But here's the cool part. So why does Reels matter? Reels actually, so when I started doing Reels, which just happened not too long ago, and I put some notes here so I don't get it wrong, but I was stuck at 133,000 followers. Now you may think, oh, poor Heidi, you had 133,000. Well, I also really worked hard to get those 133,000 followers by going lives. You know, live started in April of 2016. Does anybody remember Periscope back in the day when you could go live from anywhere and people would just like seriously show up, and then all of a sudden these people built these huge followings. And so that's the thing. So Facebook jumped on the bandwagon and they started Facebook Lives. Now, who ever did Facebook Lives when they first started? I started them right at the beginning, which helped build my following, but I was so awkward. I would talk about frappuccinos. I'd talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. So now I'm still awkward, but at least I try to talk about the right stuff. So my page kind of went to a screeching halt from 133,000 and it wouldn't move. I started doing Reels. In just a matter of 6 weeks, I went from 133,000 to 166,000. I'm still doing Reels. I'm now around 170,000. So it is working. So I use Reels. Yes, I make money on it, but I use it more for the growth of my business because Facebook is trying to compete with TikTok. Instagram, who is owned by Facebook, is also trying to compete with TikTok. So people love to be able to scroll. Now, how many of you on here have gone to Pinterest? Just do a yes, I use Pinterest, right? Let me know if that's you. The reason why is because Pinterest, if you go scroll Pinterest, it's based on what you want to see. Facebook started realizing, and TikTok is the same way. If you go to TikTok is based on what you want to see. So if I watch a lot of painting videos, I'm going to get more painting videos. So Facebook and Instagram started going, wait, they don't just want to see what their followers want to see. They want to see more of, for Bobby's case, mountain biking. For me, more painting videos. So they started changing the algorithm to show people what they want to see more of. And do you know why? Because they need people to stay on their platform. That is how they make money. So they pay people like you and me, creators, to create cool stuff so that people will stay on their platform. So that's kind of the history behind it. So I'm not really doing it for the money. At the beginning, I remember I made like $5,000 in 1 month. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then it kind of went down and down. So they kind of incentivize it at first. Yes, big word, conquered. Did it. And they kind of incentivize it at first, but then they kind of like go lower, but you can still do it. So my goal for doing Reels is more about showing stuff. So let me show you how to do it. Okay. So if you go to the Snowman Showdown, and I want you to do a reel in the Snowman Showdown, right? So if you go to the Snowman Showdown, you'll see right here, I can click the button that says reel. Now here's the thing. If you are nervous, this is not a live video. So these are all pictures Bobby's been taking like while we're doing this, but I can go over here to camera. I could pick a picture or a video that's already done, or I can go to camera. And then from this camera, I'm going to record a reel. All right. Hey, oh my gosh, look at this snowman. So we have been working on this porch leaner. I would love to know if you like the regular buttons or the heart buttons better. My friend Tammy had done one with heart buttons and I just loved it so much. So let me know in the comments, regular buttons or heart buttons. I stopped it. Okay, now I can click this button right here that says captions. Did you know that about 70%, I think the new stat is they watch without the volume. So you want those captions on. Okay, so I just added the captions. I can hit done. Trying to make sure y'all can see this. I can move the captions around if I want. My friend Tammy had done one with heart buttons and I just loved it so much. So let me know in the comments, regular buttons or heart buttons. Hey, oh my gosh. Okay, so I can hit done. We have been working on this porch. And then I can add music if I want. So I'm going to turn that down so I can say real quick. So I want to know in the comments, what is something you think you could do on a reel? Okay. So let me know if you can do something on a reel. So could it be, if you're painting, you could put a time lapse. So right now I have 2 cameras going on the other side of here and that have time lapses going. So see that right there? That's it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That one over there, we have 2 of them. That one. That one has a time lapse going as well. So you could literally, if you're too nervous to even talk, you could just do a time lapse. And you could also show both snowmen that you've painted and say, which one do you like better? You could ask a question. You could just say, hey, do you like, should I add glitter to this? That's the easy one. Now I want to show you another tip. So I already added captions. Now, if I want to add music, and again, there's 1,000 things you can do with this. I'm just going to show you the simple one because I want you to do this for homework today. I'm going to add music. And then this is where I can click and pick a song. So I'm going to pick a Christmas. I'm going to type in Christmas, and then I'm going to type in Elf. Let me see if it brings up. I'm going to hit search. Main title. Hey, oh my gosh, look at this snowman. So we have been working on this porch laner. I would love to know if you like the regular buttons or the heart buttons. So see how we have that on the background? And I can even make Elf so let me know a little bit lighter. Regular buttons or heart buttons? And then hit done. Look at this snowman. So we have been working Then hit next. Now we add our caption. Okay, so now we're going to add our caption. I'm going to move that light. That might fall off. I'm going to move it so y'all can see it. So, okay, so here's where you want to describe it. It's very, very easy. Yeah, here's where you want to describe it. Now I'm going to show you a very cool trick that makes it way easier. I'm going to hit this little microphone button, and I'm going to say, which snowman do you like better? Period. The one with the hearts or the one with the buttons? Period. Hashtag paint parties. Hashtag snowman painting. Hashtag how to paint a snowman. Hashtag sip and paint. Hashtag sip and paint and Granbury. Hashtag Granbury ideas. Hashtag Granbury events. And then I'll just hit done. Now, instead of me typing all of that out, I literally just push the, oh yeah, I do need to put question marks. That's okay. Again, I sometimes mess that stuff up, and I just want you to know it's not the end of the world. So I could go back and I could click right here, and I could go back and put my question mark because I forgot to say question mark instead of period. Oh, I gotta hold it. Hold on. All right, so I could go back and hit question mark, but it's hard to do it sideways and while talking to you. And then once I have that, what I do, I take it another step further. And this is just kind of bonus teaching. So if you're already overwhelmed, I want you to stop the video right here whenever you go to do this. But I can copy this. I can go to my notes. Let me see if Bobby has notes on here. New notes. Okay, I can go to my notes and I can paste it. Now, the reason I do this is because I have all that in there, and I'm going to, let me go back to my Facebook. Sorry, it's not my phone, so I'm not used to where to go. So now, all I have to do to post this is hit done, and then hit share now. And guess where this is sharing? This is going to share inside. Oh my gosh, somebody's already doing a reel. Me watching Heidi.
Me watching Heidi.
Oh, Susan Starr. Good job. She just did a reel. That's amazing. High five. Let's give Susan a gift card. She already did a reel. Susan, congratulations. So Susan got it. So you can,
Watching Heidi.
so see right here, this is coming up and it's about to post the reel. So what I want you to do is post your own reel. And you can post it in the Snowman Showdown so you're not nervous.
Me watching Heidi.
See, there we go. Let's see what other reels we got.
Okay, guys, so I can't go live right now because Miss Heidi is on there.
Susie Live is doing it.
Hey, so I don't know if you realized.
See, I was doing these
I don't know
now.
if you've realized this, but I've been doing reels all week to remind you when we're going to be live. So right now I'm getting the boards ready.
See?
So I can teach you the paint.
So now we have reels that are happening. So right there's the reel that I just did with y'all. Now here's the coolest part. This is just bonus extra, okay? Here's the coolest part. I can go to Instagram. So if you have Instagram, I can take that same video, post that same thing, go to my notes, copy and paste, post it again. Then I can go to TikTok. TikTok, post the same video, post it again. I literally post it to all the platforms. Then another bonus, and I know this is a lot, so if you're freaking out, remember, learn it step by step. You can share those to your stories. So it's not that hard. So here is your homework, okay? And again, I want you to remember, we do not own Facebook. We do not own Instagram. We do not own TikTok. Your goal is to have a foundation of emails. And I teach you how to do that through door prizes, things like that. Because guess what? If I can't get a hold of y'all, we've been emailing you. If you haven't got the email, it probably went to your spam. But we have a way to contact you. So always make sure you want to set that foundation. Reels are fun. Reels are extra. They can help make you money eventually. But you can also, you want to have that foundation of emails. So I put that everywhere. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to give you your homework, okay, and tell you what the next steps are. First off, let me know if that was, and I might have a couple of minutes to answer a couple of questions, but here is the homework, and then I'm going to share with you what Paint Party Headquarters is about, so if you want to be a part of it. So you're going to paint your snowman. You're going to paint your snowman porch liner. And remember, that is part of the contest too. I have over $150 for a grand prize, in addition to prizes for people who do the most creative, the most colorful, and the most creative surface. So if you did yours on like something crazy, we have a prize for that. You're going to post a reel inside the Snowman Showdown. So maybe it could be of your paintings. Maybe it could be of what you learned the most and what you had the most fun with. And then it's time to join Paint Party Headquarters. If you want to learn more, and I'm going to talk about that, but Bobby is dying to say something right now.
A lot of people ask him, what's a good length of time for a reel? Because I know that is kind of important.
Oh, yeah. A length of time under a minute. Yes, and under a minute for sure for a reel. Short, quick, easy stuff, all of that. And who has had fun? Let me know if you've had fun. Let me know if you were a little nervous about spending $10 with this, but now you're like, this is way more than I thought it would be for $10. And that's how I want you to feel inside of Paint Party Headquarters. So remember, when you join Paint Party Headquarters, you're going to get this in the mail. This is really just beautifully done so that you can make sure that you don't forget the main things that you have. Now, I want to read this quote that I put on these for y'all. And it says, the dreamer, the doer, the driven. Surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers, and the believers and the thinkers. But most of all, surround yourself with those who see the greatness within you, even when you don't see it in yourself. I love that quote so much that I put it on here for you so that you could remember that no matter, even if you don't have the courage and you're not believing in yourself right now, that I believe in you. And that I have seen this so many times, and I've seen people go from totally terrified of public speaking, of any of this, to rocking it out and making serious cash with paint parties. And as soon as you sign up, you have access to this. You can go get it printed at a local print shop, but this is a lookbook that we put together that you can take to your paint parties, and you can actually leave at doctor's offices, leave at places, put a sticker with your information on it, and you can use this to book paint parties. Okay, and I put another quote on the back. I love this. Don't get busy making a life or a living that you forget to make a life, by Dolly Parton. She's one of my favorites. And so that's another great resource. Another thing that you're going to get right away that you can print is the Paint Party event preparation and checklist. Now this has everything you need, and I recommend just printing this out and using it as your checklist. And then on the back, it has your guest list, so you don't even have to bring a door prize guest list. They can actually sign their emails here. The paint colors you need, the after party checklist, all of that. Y'all, a lot of the success in a paint party business is the after, okay, is following up. One of my big tips that I share is following up with a picture of the hostess that was painting, having a good time. Actually print that sucker at Walgreens for 10 cents, put it in a thank you note, and mail it to them. Guess what? They're going to put that on their desk or wherever, and they're going to be reminded of the fun they had. Also, you get 50% off every single month of Deco Art Paint. Now, this is just a small bit of so much. I mean, besides hundreds of painting designs, hundreds of marketing materials done for you, hundreds and hundreds of SVGs ready to go. You're getting a community, you're getting meetings, Q&As with me, just so much stuff. It's just so much. It's a lot. Let's see. Jamie says PPHQ team. Let me see. Oh, is there a typo? Oh no. I might have a typo I might need to fix. Thank you.
On your lookbook.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dolly Party.
Dolly Party. Dolly Party.
She'd probably like that.
Well, we only printed 1,000. So Dolly Party. That's the thing. Thank you, Jamie, for telling me that.
Get out the label maker.
So maybe we'll change that and we'll update that. So anyway, I want to know if you're joining, let us know. We would love to welcome you. So excited. Another thing right now. Yeah. And Dolly is the party, right? Another thing, this is good for y'all to see. You can run a successful business even with typos. I promise you, it's not the end of the world. I can't tell you how many times, like I send emails out, and I can't tell you how many times that somebody might reply back with a typo issue, and I'm just like, it's okay. It'll be all right. You know, it'll be okay. And so monthly, if you want to join, it's $47 a month. If you want to pay for the entire year and you want to commit to the entire year, you get 3 months free. Okay. So that means you are committing to the entire year. You get 3 months free and you are going to do this. Oh my gosh, Pam. Pam says, I'm joining. Do you take Venmo? We don't take Venmo. So you do have to put in like a debit or a credit card. So just like you would buy on Amazon, which everyone buys on Amazon pretty much. Let me know in the comments if you purchase on Amazon. Bobby never. I'm like, Bobby, is it Christmas for you every day? Stop purchasing on Amazon. So it's seriously like, just like you're buying something from Amazon, it's just a debit or a credit card. And you can go ahead and sign up right now. The doors are open. This is kind of our big kickoff. We want to help you. And we know success takes time. And one of the biggest things, oh, thank you, Mary. Mary says PPHQ is the best. Mary, I'm so glad you're a part of it. If you are in Paint Party headquarters and you love it, if you'll just let everybody know, I am so excited. Tomorrow I'm going to come on live as just a bonus live to share with you how to handle a crowd of any size. But when you click on the link for Paint Party headquarters, it breaks down everything you get. But it's really way more than that. And I want to remind you, yes, Susie, it is a tax write-off. Oh my gosh, this is your marketing for your business. This is like a tax write-off. So if you're doing this already and you're writing off your paints, you can write off your marketing just like that. So we hire wonderful graphic artists to create this marketing materials for you. We have all the paintings for you to go. So you don't have to come in here blindly trying to figure it out. It is done for you. And Karen says, seriously thinking of doing this. Is there a limited time to get in? Actually, Karen, so on Tuesday, we are having 2 meetings for you to join. Okay. So we have all of these bonuses. So when you join before Tuesday, we have a bonus meeting right now at 2 o'clock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 2 p.m. Linda says Dolly is a party. I can't believe, I'm sure when we were typing it, we were thinking Dolly Party, Paint Party, Dolly. My bad. So 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Central on Tuesday. And basically when you join, we're going to just have an hour-long Q&A where you can rapid fire ask me questions. But here's the thing. You don't have to stress if you don't get your answers right then, because you're going to have access to a Facebook group where you can post your questions at any time. And we have an entire team called the Guardians of Paint Party Headquarters. Their job is to watch for your question. Not only answer your question, but then they tie you to a training of me teaching about that question. So we know that, some of you are coming in brand new, and some of you have already been kicking butt, taking names as a paint party business, but you just need extra designs. Maybe a lot of times people start to get to know me and they realize like I know a lot about marketing. And I really pride myself on trying to learn what is going on right now so I can teach you things like Reels, so I can teach you about TikTok, all of those crazy things that sometimes change very, very frequently. And so I want you to know that we have your back, and we are always trying to be the trendsetters of this industry. One of the things that we have recently released is paint by number kits. So that's another really great thing, is having paint by number kits, having it ready to go so that you can immediately do kits. There's so many possibilities. So I really want you, if you're interested, again, this is not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but for those it is, we want to offer this to you. Linda asked, does the payment come out the same every month? Yes. So if you sign up today, it will come out again next month on the same day. So it's every 30 days. I believe that it takes out the $47. So if you're unsure, you can totally join for the month and then see if you like it, see if this is something you like. But I do want to say, try to give yourself at least 3 to 4 months. The reason why is it takes time to learn. And a lot of times we get in there and we want to do everything as fast as humanly possible. And Kim says, I'm joining today. Hope I can pull this off. Kim, oh my gosh. So first off, I want everybody to just take a deep breath. Bobby and his snot breath. Amy says, yeah, marketing is worth the price. Oh my gosh, if I would have had somebody I could have paid $47 to just to do my flyers, just to do my marketing flyers alone, I would pay $300 a month because I am so bad at that. Cecilia says, I love it. Already watching the trainings. There's so much. But here's what I want you to do. Just like me having the bankruptcy and having to build myself back up from feeling like I was totally unworthy of success, I want you to remember, when you're building something, don't think of it as 5 years from now. I want you to think of it as, I'm just taking the next step. So take a deep breath. When you think of risk versus reward, when I make any kind of financial decision, I always think of risk versus reward. Now, the risk is $47 a month, right? You can cancel at any time, but if you want to commit to the year, you do get 3 months free. The reward, the potential of so many things. Pamela asked, can we pay per month? And then if we like it, change to the 3 months free. Yes, if you jump in now and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this is insane, I have to be a part of this. Yes, email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com and we will change that. Now, let's say you're like, I really want to do this, but I don't have any money for it. Guess what? I showed you yesterday how to book a party. Book your party. Send your messages out today. Use one of these designs. Make the money and then join. And I will love to have you and love to help you. But you got to take that first step. So always look at the risk versus reward. And what's inside? Oh my gosh, there's so many things coming. So actually last night at 10 p.m., I did a full-on behind-the-scenes tour. And we'll actually post another behind-the-scenes tour. I think we have one already. I can post for you. It kind of shows you what's been going on. But here's the thing I want you to know, is I know this takes time. I know it can be scary. Even if it's 40. So here's what a lot of times happens in our mind. Yes, it's $47 a month. Oh my gosh, if I pay that, now I have to do an entire paint party business world and it's, we start freaking out. I want you to stop. and think about, okay, what do I want my life to look like in a year? Yes, can I make a paint party business happen without joining Paint Party Headquarters? Of course you can. Will it make my life way easier and I can write that $47 off a month for this? Yes, we have everything done for you. Everything. All my paint parties from now till the end of December, I go to Paint Party Headquarters to grab my stuff. Everything. It's already done. I grab it and I go do it. So instead of being so terrified, think about the one next step. That's it. One next step. Instead of being so like, oh my gosh, this has to work. This is the only, you don't know where your paint party adventure is going to take you. I got a message earlier from Tammy, who just booked a paint party of 10 people with the Snowman. She also sent me a message, and I hope this is okay to share, Tammy, about her Christmas cards she just sold. So exciting. Who would have thought she would be selling her Christmas cards, her design on cards? You don't know where it's going to take you. This is a paint party adventure. You may start with teaching paint parties, or you may be like Indu and selling 100 porch laners through the season. You may be selling paint party ornaments. You may be doing art kits. You may decide, I really like going live. I don't know why, but it's weird, but it's fun. And then all of a sudden you're building an online paint party business. The opportunities are endless. Again, this is not for everybody. It's definitely not for you if you're very, very negative. I just want to say that off the bat right now. If you're a mean person, okay, I give grace, but I don't allow unkind things in the group. So just right off the bat, if you're just mean, like, work on your attitude, but definitely, we don't allow that. I'm very, very mama bear with that. I want to keep the kindness going in our group. There's a million places you can go online to be mean. And y'all think I don't see those comments? I do see them. And as quick as I see them, I ban and block that person. Did y'all know that you can do that? On your business page, you don't have to put up with it. Somebody's mean on my business page, calls me an ugly name, says something hurtful, ban, block, never see him again. It's your page. You can do that. Yes, Pam. Are there online paint party examples on PPHQ? There are. And here's the thing. If you are you're curious about this online thing, we have a whole little course thing inside Paint Party Headquarters that shows you how to do online paint parties. Because guess what? Paint Party Headquarters has been around 4.5 years. What happened in the past few years? COVID. Our in-person paint parties canceled. So we taught you how to do online. A lot of you, especially in Paint Party Headquarters, took that and ran, and you're doing online paint parties. It does take longer to build an audience for online paint parties. But what did I just show you to help build your audience? Reels. So it does take more time. And I think that's the thing you have to remember is that you're going to get all of this at once. And you're going to probably want to binge watch it all weekend. And I'm going to do my best to remind you to treat it like a library and go in and only get the book that you need at that moment. If you all of a sudden start trying to do art kits, you're trying to do porch leaners, you're trying to do paint parties, you're trying to do paint by number kits, you're trying to do ceramic reverse paint party strategy, nothing's going to happen because you're all over the place. It's kind of like when you're starting to learn new things. You're juggling, right? Okay? When you first become, let's say, a mom, okay? I don't know how to change a diaper. I don't know how to put that kid to bed. I don't know why she's crying. I don't know anything. But then you start to get the hang of it and you're like, oh, now I know she's crying because of this. Or, oh, I know this is happening. So now I can do this part of motherhood without even thinking about it. Think about that with your paint party business. I can do paint parties with my eyes closed. I've been doing them for over 16 years. Because I can do paint parties with my eyes closed, I can book them while I'm talking to somebody else. I have that down. So now, guess what? I can add art kits because this part of it is not taking any brain space. Same thing with adding something else to your business. or in motherhood. I got this part down. I don't have to take any brain space to learn that because I know that. Now I have another step. I'm going to learn. So it's like you're juggling. You start to learn what you can add in. Sometimes you may think, I don't ever want to do art kits. Some people gravitate and that's all they want to do. But I want you to know that we teach you all of it. All of it is included as soon as you sign up. Every single painting, every single tutorial, every single tracer. So I don't want you to go in there and get too overwhelmed. Don't binge watch everything, okay? Because it is a lot. And the coolest part is as you are getting all of that, and I'm going to go over the homework one more time and the contest rules. But as you are signing in and you're signing up, I want you to remember, you're going to sign up. You're going to get an email right away that'll tell you your next steps. So make sure if you don't get that email, go on an Easter egg hunt and try to find it. If it's not in your spam or your advertisement folder, then I want you to email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com and we will get you started. Then if you get in there and you are so overwhelmed, I want you to take a deep breath and just say, hey, my name is Heidi. I'm new here. I want to start a paint party, but I forgot the magic script. Where do I go? And we will give you the magic script. Okay, it's the easiest way to start making money right now. Okay, so let's recap our homework and we're going to end. All right, so homework. You are going to paint your porch leaner. We are going to be announcing all of the prizes on Tuesday. I think Tuesday at 11 a.m. I hope that is the right time. If it's not, please, team, let me know. I also want you to post a reel, REEL, that you created in this group, okay? So you don't have to be nervous about other people seeing it. Yes, winners will be announced at 11 a.m. Central. So remember, I'm going to be announcing the winners. That's going to be like the grand finale. And then, of course, if you are ready to join Paint Party Headquarters, we are ready to help you so much. I just want to say it's been an honor for you to trust me and for you to be hanging out with us and be a part of this. And tomorrow I'll be live at 11 showing you how to handle a crowd of any size so that if you're nervous, I can show you what to do. All right, I'm so happy you were here. Thank you so much for being a part of the Snowman Showdown Paint and Business Bootcamp. If you want to learn more from us, go ahead and join Paint Party Headquarters. I cannot wait to help you more. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you soon.